Hola a todos. Estamos en el primer día de entrevistas finales. Hoy 10 valientes de sus compañeros decidieron tener su entrevista y los resultados fueron muy positivos. Me alegro mucho por todos ellos. Vamos a empezar con la retroalimentación de hoy. First of all, I want to remind you, like I said on my message about the assignment of the El Futuro review, that we need to read better. We need to be more mindful, more careful about how we read. Otherwise, things are not going to go very well. Okay? It's especially concerning because some of you even acknowledge, one, not going to the textbook, big mistake. Two, not reading the instructions correctly. So, food for thought, so to speak. Let's talk about your assignments with the uses of the future tense. Here I'm mashing up feedback for what you submitted, what the assignment that was due in the morning and the assignment that was due just an hour ago, so we can have like something more straightforward here. First of all, I applaud those of you who started using C clauses even though you weren't supposed to use them. You have plenty of assignments for that on Thursday. Just always keep in mind, and this is very important, C clauses, so meaning the first clause is always in the present. Listen, si destruimos el medio ambiente y los recursos naturales, destruiremos nuestros futuros. I'm using the verb destruir in both clauses, but the C clause is in the present, simple present, and the second clause is in the future. You can see this sentence on my transcript to this feedback. Okay. Second, in order to talk about harming or causing some kind of damage, we have two options. First option is using the expression causar daño. Second option is usar the verb dañar. Both of them are good. There's not a big difference between them. However, the conjugation changes. On the one hand, dañar is conjugated autonomously. Yo daño, tú dañas, él daña, nosotros dañamos, ellos, ellas, ustedes dañan. En causar, yo causo, tú causas, él causa, nosotros causamos, nosotras causamos, ellos, ellas, ustedes causan. Okay? Both of them are regular verbs. Dañar is conjugated autonomously, whereas causar daño, you need to conjugate causar. Daño is a noun, male noun, so it only changes in number. So we say, yo causé daños, o nosotros causamos daño, depending on the number of the damages you cause, basically. The other thing I want you to think about is in the way you use words, these two words. On the one hand, dañino, dañina, dañinos, dañinas. On the other, dañado, dañada, dañados, dañadas. Why? Because it's like the opposition of who performs the action. Listen, dañino means hurtful or damaging, whereas dañado, dañada, means broken or hurt. Careful with that word. Very important. And you are going to have an assignment like this, I think, for Thursday or for at some point next week. And it's very important that you remember that there are some clauses that when used with the future tense, trigger the subjunctive. I'm going to give you 3. It's up to you to explore the other ones on page 221 of your textbook. A menos que, hasta que, and después ¿Qué? Or después de qué. Those three, along with the others that you're going to find in the book, trigger the subjunctive in the future tense. Be careful with that. Guys, using future tense, and this is something that we can probably, like, if you are feeling confused about how to use them, maybe we need just to talk a one-on-one. So, cordially invited, camilo.galeano.esp at Skype, because it's kind of a rough situation what's going on here with this, with the uses of the future. Think about, when you use in the future, think about the actions that you will do. All the other actions can remain in the present tense. Listen to my example. Gorgona será un excelente lugar para enseñar a las personas a cuidar el medio ambiente. In my sentence, enseñar and cuidar are in the infinitive because those are activities that are just not part of the mission, so to speak, of the island. But there are things that are not happening. So we are describing activities by using the infinitive of the verbs. What would be the error here? La Gorgona será un lugar excelente para enseñará a las personas a cuidará el medio ambiente. No. Okay? Think about what is the action that is going to be performed in the future, and that's where you're going to conjugate the future tense. In all the other cases, you don't need to conjugate the verbs. They can remain in the infinitive, they can remain in the present, etc., etc. Okay? Important. Haber. H-A-B-E-R. Haber. You know, remember the infinitive for there is or there are? In the future, habrá. H-A-B-R-A, accent mark in the last A, means there will be. Like there will be blood by King Petras. Keep that in mind. Don't conjugate, like, because I saw that like some of you forgot this and came back to será, estará. No, habrá. Okay, for there will be. And while you're on it, please refresh on the irregulars in the future. I swear to God, I am going to scream. I'll probably record a scream on your feedback if I like read another quererán or another deciré or another teneremos. Seriously. Some of you are still using the conditional. We had having enough grounds to do it, and while I appreciate you taking the risk, the conditional is one of those tenses that can really cripple your proficiency, so be patient. It is around the corner. We just need to go through C clauses and then we can work on them. Just keep in mind, conditional is super easy, so you don't need to start using it right now, and it can be a little bit complicated, so be patient. I know that those of you who have had Spanish before are like proficient to use them, but like right now I need you to focus on the future tense. Finally, and this was supposed to be a short video, keep in mind that when we say the triggers are always in the indicative, this applies to all tenses. All of them. Present, preterite, present perfect, imperfect. You know that. But they also apply to future and conditional. They do. Listen to my examples. No queremos que los animales se extingan. See how the verb queremos on the first clause is in future, but then extingan, se extingan is in the subjunctive in the same fashion I taught you a couple weeks ago. Another example. Te sugeriré te sugeriré, por sugerir, te sugeriré que visites Gorgona en el verano. Te sugeriré, future, que visites, subjunctive. So, again, when the triggers are in the indicative, the tense doesn't matter. It's more about keeping clear that those little tables that you had on your book with the triggers of the subjunctive, like will and influence, emotion, doubt and denial, they are going to work with conjugations of the verbs in the future as well, and they are going to trigger the subjunctive in the same way that we have been triggering until now. Okay? All in all, I think that this practice was really positive. We, like I said in the beginning of this video, just be more careful about the instructions. Go to your book before you start your assignments, because that's the reason why I'm timing them, because not because we are in a coronavirus crisis and I know that that's taking a toll on all of us. We still need to give some quality, okay? That's it for today, and I'll see you all on Thursday, as well as I'm going to interview some other people on Thursday, okay? See you soon.